Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Tragedy in Kalamazoo as police investigate the deaths of a mother and at least one of her children. That tops our news here at noon. You are looking at video right here of the scene. This is as investigators right now working to find answers. Police in Kalamazoo searching the Kalamazoo River at this hour after they say a woman intentionally drove into the water with her two children inside. It happened late last night. Jason Colthorpe in the newsroom now with more on what we know. Jason?
Yeah, Sandra, it was about 1:45 last night when all this happened at Verberg Park in Kalamazoo, and we have video from the scene this morning of police searching. Again, they have recovered the bodies of the mother and one child, and right now are searching the river for the second child there near the intersection of Patterson Street and Riverview Drive, if you know Kalamazoo at all. Now, this all started around 11:45 last night when two young women were upset looking for their uncle. Police responded to a Walgreens and they were reunited with that uncle, but in the process, police learned a family member may have driven into the river purposely with two of her children inside. And as you see the investigation going on today there at the park, we know family members are on the scene there where police are searching the river. It's just a shocking scene, and of course we will follow the story all day online and have an update much more in depth coming up on Local 4 News at 5. Sandra.
All right, Jason, thank you. We'll see you then. We're following breaking news right now just in from northwestern Japan, where a very powerful magnitude 6.8 earthquake just hit. Take a listen to the warning sirens as the earthquake rattled. Tsunami advisories are now in place along all the coastal areas. A small tsunami has also been reported on Awashima Island in the Sea of Japan. Officials have also warned strong aftershocks could be expected as well. Back here at home, the weather is pretty calm today. Brandon is tracking some wet weather in our future, but we're expecting a relatively nice rest of our Tuesday, right, Brandon?
Absolutely, and it depends a little bit upon where you are. Seeing more sun in some spots. A nice look here at Mount Clemens. We have 72 degrees. This comes from the airport, actually, our official number. But we have other temps here. Notice Mount Clemens. 66. What's going on? Well, we have an east wind that just makes some of our east siders slightly cooler. 69 Grosse Ile, 71 Ann Arbor, 72 over in Howell. Again, the winds basically variable, meaning sometimes they're flip-flopping around, but they are coming out of the east, and east siders will just feel a skosh cooler. That's about it. At times, high clouds, at times, stretches of some sun, and with that, yesterday we hit 73. We're at 72 now, so with some sunny periods, we should get near 80 degrees. As we look at the cloud cover, no rain. Can't rule out an isolated spritz or sprinkle, but a better chance tomorrow and beyond. Sandra, I'll have more coming up.
Thank you, Brandon. It may only be a few days since school let out, but teachers are already starting their summer vacation fighting for education funding. Hundreds of teachers have taken to the streets in Lansing. They're demanding more money for education, and they're also showing support for Governor Whitmer's plan to fund K-12 schools. Governor Whitmer is going to be in Oakland County tonight. The governor holding a town hall meeting at Rochester High School. It starts at 5 tonight. Whitmer is expected to cover several issues, including road repairs, education, and also Michigan's drinking water as well. The President Trump, formally kicks off his re-election campaign this evening, and already he's using social media to highlight one of his key issues. The president will launch his campaign at a rally in Orlando, Florida tonight. On Twitter last night, the president hit hard on the issue of immigration. He said federal agents will start next week to remove millions of illegal immigrants who he feels have come into the country. In a weekend broadcast interview, the president said he'll campaign on his record, which he says shows he kept his campaign promises.
Safety, security, great economy, and I think I've done more than any other first-term president ever.
Political observers point out the president is launching his re-election effort in Florida. He won Florida in 2016, and Florida, like Michigan, will be a battleground state in the presidential election come next year. President Trump getting support from German Chancellor Angela Merkel for U.S. claims Iran is behind attacks last week on oil tankers in the Persian Gulf. Merkel says there is a high level of evidence Iran was behind the attacks. Iran has denied those accusations. And while the U.S. is sending more troops to the region, Iran is threatening to ramp up uranium enrichment in defiance of a 2015 nuclear agreement. China's foreign minister is urging Iran and the U.S. to try to work to reduce tensions, saying the U.S. would open a Pandora's box in the Middle East if the situation escalates. A survivor of the Parkland shooting in Florida will no longer be going to Harvard University. What he said last year that made the school rescind its offer. A family demanding officers be fired after an intense confrontation. It's all stemming from a young girl who allegedly stole a Barbie doll. The new video that shows what led up to that confrontation.
Not bad office space for the day, but let's talk about the importance of the Great Lakes to the state of Michigan and what these three paddleboarders are doing as they prepare to paddleboard across Lake Erie. They call it the Witch of Erie for a reason. It is a very dangerous trek. Local 4 has lots of resources. We've got Drone 4 covering them from the air. With the help of the Detroit Yacht Club, we're actually following them on the lake as well as photographer on land. We'll see you today at 4 on First at 4 to talk about this incredible journey.